Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to be doing a rewind spread of the last 2 weeks of my my vacation. I obviously didn't bring this planner with me, so I am using my bullet journal as my reference. Yeah, so this will be 2 weeks, and I'm gonna so the kit that I'm gonna be using is from Paper and Gumption. Despite the fact that I did not go to the beach at all, even though I went to somewhere tropical. I'm still using this just because I feel like it, okay? That's why. And I already purchased it, and I might as well just use it, right? Okay, so this kit is from Paper and Gumption. This is a printable kit, obviously. This is an old clip art from a long time ago, but I did recently purchase this. So this is the first page. This is the second page, and it's upside down. That is the second page. And then this is the third page, and then the final page. I did actually hack it. Oh, someone's calling. Okay, never mind. Okay, so the third page is this guy, and then the last page I did hack it to be to what I need it to be. I had a hell of a time with this last page. I'm not gonna say anything besides the fact that it is cut off centered. You guys can't see that, hopefully. Can you see that? Completely off center, but it's still usable, so I am gonna use it. So yeah, okay. Enough of my yapping. I am gonna go into the voiceover. Alright, let's start. Okay, so this is me, voiceover Christia. So yeah, before I start talking about what I did cut out a lot of this beginning parts just because it took a really long time, and I just didn't feel like I was bored watching it. So if I was bored, I'm gonna assume that everybody else is bored watching it, even though this is a voiceover. So basically what I'm doing in this first part is I'm just doing the bottom washi, the date covers, and as you guys can see, I am whiting out the top parts of the little date circles just because you can see the circles on top. And now I'm just doing the same thing for the second week. And this washi that I'm using, it's sized for the personal planner, I think, on the sides where you can punch the holes in on. But I've just decided to use it on as like a bottom washi. It's pretty, and it kind of makes the two spreads just different from each other. Just a slight bit, because a lot of everything else pretty much looks the same too. Yeah. Again, I'm just doing my date covers. And I was actually really excited. Okay, so I went to the Philippines, if you guys didn't see my previous plan with me. These 2 weeks are just gonna be me talking about my time there, essentially. So yeah, if you guys were wondering why I only put one of the dates, like the numbers, it's just so I know what day it is. Clearly it's very easy to know what day it is, but whatever. So I am actually back into the first spread, and I put that full box down there just because, I don't know, I felt like putting the full box down there. Um, I didn't actually even film me doing the sidebar just because I did not know what to do with the sidebar. Now I am just putting all the glitter headers down. I decided to go with glitter headers this week. I'm not the biggest fan of glitter headers, but for this week I didn't want the, what's it called, like the lettering on there. And yeah, I just figured, and plus this was just easy to print out just like this. Okay, so now that first thing that I'm doing, actually okay, so that green thing label, stitch label that I wrote on, I just basically wrote that I went to the dentist with my mom. She had some stuff to do. Oh, well, actually, before I put that stitch label, I put a full box down. Yeah. So my mom went to the Philippines, pretty much to get some dentist work done, just because it's cheaper there. And then now I am grabbing that flag, and a little car icon, just because we went on this random taxi car bus thing where everyone can just like go in and you pay like, I don't know, like 10 pesos per person or something like that. It was so weird. It was weird enough that I had to put it in my planner, obviously, as you guys can see. So yeah, it was just like weird. I don't know how to explain it. It was just a car that you can sit 10 people in. And yeah, I don't like the transportation in the Philippines just because, I mean, I don't like the transportation in Toronto, but compared to the Philippines, it's actually really nice. And then that meal little thing, I went, I had some Jayco donuts with my mom. It was good. Like, it's a little overrated in my opinion, but it was good. So we're just gonna leave it as that. And then that to buy three hard chocolates that I'm just writing down all the stuff, all the stores we went to, and I bought some stuff on some of those stores. So yeah. And then now that flagged, I am gonna note down that I got a book, which is I will write down a kawar, which is a quart of wings in ruin. I just noted down I got it for $12, roughly $12, which was really good. And I had to buy it, and I bought some pens too. It was nice. And then I'm a little bit off camera. I'm just putting, I put the glitter header on top, and then I'm taking this lazy day sticker from Uncommon Plants, and I pretty much had a lazy day on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure I stayed at home by myself. I don't remember. I honestly just don't remember. I'm kind of glad that I had that time. So I'm grabbing another glitter header and I put it down, and it that sloth sticker just kind of looked odd by itself, so I grabbed some deco and just, a little cute thing. And later on I will add a little bit more deco to it. So yeah. Now I'm grabbing the next full box and putting the full box down. And then I was I did a lot of journaling on my bullet journal. Um so I was kind of having a hard time filling up spaces here on in my recollections planner, but I did want to film this because I wanted to film it. Yeah, it, that's why like you'll see me. Well, you won't really see me because I cut off a lot of stuff, but that's why you can kind of see me like flipping through trying to figure out what to do. And I did actually film this in 2 days, so yeah. I'm grabbing a paper and gumshoe book thing, and that's just basically that little stitch label. It just said I read and I finished a kawar. If you guys don't know what that means, it's a quart of wings and roses. No, ruins. Um, yeah, it was just fun. I liked it. I'm glad. And then now I am grabbing that like grocery icon and a little flag just to note down I said I cooked some food. I Yeah, I just cooked some food. Um, I think after this day, I didn't really cook too much like the rest of the trip, which is kind of sad, but whatever. I don't really have my regular stuff there, obviously, because we were staying at my uncle's place, but yeah. So I grabbed another glitter header and then a little flag just said that, um, yeah, we waited for a long time for an Uber just because where we lived, um, where we lived where we stayed actually. It was in a subdivision where it's really inside the subdivision. I hope that makes sense. So a lot of the times people kept canceling on our Uber, which sucks by the way, but whatever. And then later on I will write down the next spread that my dad got so frustrated that he decided to just drive in the Philippines, which is never fun. And then that half box was just basically to say we went to my dad's old work place because he still had some stuff. He just had some stuff to talk with them about. He just had some stuff to do there. So with that, I grabbed a little washi and then flag to note down that we got on this random bus to go to Mall of Asia, and it was so random. It was like it's like one of those buses that you take to go far away to, like, I don't know, let's say go to Toronto to Montreal. And then but it was just like a normal bus. It was weird. I'm telling you guys, transportation in the Philippines to me is very weird. Okay, so I grabbed from the kit a little movie marquee thing, and I just wrote down I went to Mall of Asia, obviously. And then now I am writing down in those meal little green little things saying what we had for lunch. For lunch, we went to a restaurant called Bungus. And then for dinner, I don't remember what the restaurant's called, but I just wrote down some Chinese Filipino restaurant. And then now moving on to the next side of the week. For Thursday and Friday, I decided to use the double full box. It, it's like, well, it's a double half full box, full half box. Yeah, anyway, it spans 2 days and half of the space below it. So I decided to do that because, again, I didn't know what else to do. There wasn't a lot for me to note down on my planner. So yeah, again, because I did journal a lot on my bullet journal, and I didn't want to have too much repetition between my bullet journal and my actual planner here. So yeah, you'll see. Yeah. I don't know what that was about. Okay, now I grabbed that me time sticker, and it just said I started a komuff. If you guys don't know what that is a quart of mist and fury. So yeah, I just read that, and then I wrote down I caught up on some planner stuff. Oh, I was by myself on this day. On Tuesday, I was by myself in the morning, but my mom came like at 12 o'clock. But on this day, I was actually just by myself, and so I just got caught up with my planner, and then that little eating, Charlotte's Minis eating girl is from, well, it's from Charlotte's Minis, but it's just to note down we had takeout Jollibee, which was fun. I had a lot of Jollibee in this, on this trip. Then moving on to Friday, it was my uncle's birthday. I know that's a female, but I, I decided to use that. It's my planner. I know he's a guy, but whatever. So it was my uncle's birthday, and uncle's birthday, and then we went to um where he was, like the house he was staying at. But again, you guys can see in that half box it says I hate traffic and MRT because they both suck. I know as a Torontonian we complain a lot about the transit, but this is like a whole new level of I'm sure if I lived in the Philippines, I would get used to it and it wouldn't bother me as much, but oh my god, it stresses me out. Okay, so moving into Saturday and Sunday, I put the glitter headers on top. And then now I'm trying to figure out where to put the full boxes. I was trying to be a little bit more conservative as to where, like, what I'm using with those glitter headers. And then now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of wish I wasn't as conservative because I have a lot of extras from this kit. You would think I wouldn't, but I do actually. So yeah. So Saturday, we went to an SM supermarket store, and that's what that first half box is all about. And then the second, like that little um s- girl with like a hair, I think it's supposed to be for like facials and stuff. But I just note down my mom went to the dentist. She went to the dentist a lot for this during this trip, but yeah, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Um, and in that half box, I just noted down I bought a lot of junk food because, hello, junk food's awesome. I can't eat it right now because I'm Lent, but yeah. Anyway, um, now that that little meal thing, I'm just noting down we had lunch at Mang Inasal. It wasn't okay. I much prefer. I the name escapes me right now, but I'm not sure for the other one. That's another type of inasal restaurant over this, but whatever. And then now I just wrote down we went to SM Paranaque again because I went there on Monday with my mom and then one with my dad. We went to SM Paranaque a lot of times. So, yeah, but this time we went with my dad. Okay. And then I just wrote down all the places we went to and then yeah. And then I wrote that final thing I just wrote down. I finished a Core of Mist and Fury. That's not right. I finished one of those books. I now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure I wrote this wrong, but whatever. I just finished that book on that day, essentially. And then now I am working on Sunday. I just grabbed this is also from Paper and Gumption, but it's just like her stitch label that she has on her shop. And I just wrote down we went to church. I'm looking at my spread in person right now and I didn't actually put any sticker down beside that church. I feel like I was planning on doing it, but I didn't end up doing it. So yeah, it's just random there. And then I put the weekend banner because I had the weekend banner, so might as well just use it. This half box is to note down we went to Market. It's like this thing, but my parents had kind of like a meeting there. I just kind of joined as sort of bored at that meeting, but whatever. It's not a big deal. Again, a lot of this trip is a lot of my parents doing a lot of errands, like running a lot of errands, which sucks for me, but that's fine. It's good to see the Philippines again, and that's fine. And then now I'm gonna note down that I I'm grabbing that. What's that? Bow clip that's from Paper and Gumption. This is a very Paper and Gumption spread, but whatever. That bow clip is just to note down that I met one of my grandchildren. Grandchildren. Wow, no, not grandchildren. Godchild, godchildren. So that's what that is. And I wrote down I hate Manila traffic because yep, I don't like it. I don't like the driving there. Um, again, it's probably because I'm not used to it. I just it's just not I'm not used to it. I think that's why. But it's kind of sucks. It sucks, you know. It's not that fun. And yeah, definitely makes me appreciate the um what's it called? Um Toronto transit even though it sucks, but you know, better than it could be worse, I guess. So, now moving on to the second week. I was trying to I was trying to fix my headers, but they're just stuck on there that I should just say screw it. I did put all the glitter headers on top, and then now I did Saturday and Sunday before I did. Well, actually, I did Sunday before anything else, just because that was the only thing I really had planned out, and I was like, okay, let me just put it down. So I'm using the flight tracker info on in the kit, and before I put that down, I'm gonna put a full box down. This is the kit, like this is part of the kit where it was cut off center, so yeah. Anyway, I grabbed those flight trackers, and then to separate out the flight trackers, I did use a piece of washi in between it just to separate it out because I can. I don't remember when I put it, but I did put another airplane sticker down somewhere, like at some point in between those two. I think I did that later. Okay, now moving on to Monday. Monday, I just put that full box down yet again, and then that was just me trying to figure out which full boxes to use and not use, so yeah. Well, like which I don't know what I was doing actually. Just ignore me about that part. Forget I said it. I grabbed another glitter header, and then I'm gonna grab a flag just to note down I had a lazy morning, which is always good, and I like it. And then I think I did the same thing on last Monday. I know I should remember this, but yeah. So Monday I had lazy morning, and I caught up on my planner because I don't really look at my planner that often. So yeah. Anyway, and now I'm just grabbing this to go list because we did go to a couple places. Again, I didn't know how to note it down, so I just grabbed this to go and then I wrote down where we went. We went to Greenhouse and we also went to Robinson's Galleria, which it was an adventure getting there and it was an adventure coming back home because yeah, it was just an adventure. Anyway, the half box that we are well, I'm okay. So I need to note down that I had dinner with my aunt and my uncle and my cousin. So I just grabbed that half box and I'm gonna use that. What's that thing? Circle clinking wine glass, and I just have it there. Yeah. So now I'm just writing down. We had dinner, and luckily, ironic enough, we went to Chili's, which another ironic thing is we went to Chili's and I'm pretty sure that's the first time I've ever eaten at Chili's, and I had it in the Philippines, not even in America, which is a little funny. So yeah. And then Tuesday, I grabbed another one of those lazy day slots from Uncommon Plants, and then I'm gonna put it on at that space at the top. I'm just grabbing a little bit of a piece of washi, just to have some kind of interest behind it, so it's just not randomly there. And then I grabbed to clean um 3 card checklist thing, and that just I cleaned some stuff at home because I was by myself the whole day and I was kind of bored, so I decided to clean, which is very unlike me, but whatevs. And then yeah, and then that little um vacuum, I didn't use a vacuum, but that's just to note down I used a lot of cleaning solution and I went a little bit loopy, so I had to note that down. That was that was a funny moment. Not really, but yeah. I had to open up all the windows and all the doors the smell, just so I wouldn't die with from the smell. Then I just note down that I had my mom went to the dentist again, and then my after the dentist, my parents went to my my dad's like home city, I guess, which is about a couple hours away from us. So yeah, I told you, they had a lot of stuff to deal with, and I was just there. Luckily, they let me stay at home, so that's good. And then now moving on to Wednesday, and again, the top art's cut off, but you didn't miss much. It was just a full box. Um, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try and work on that in my next few videos and all that jazz. So I'm grabbing this flag label icon, and then I just wrote down we went to Cavite to look at our land because we had a family land there, and I just put from that same paper and gumption bow clips. Um, I just grabbed one of those and used it again just for some interest, and then now and then I'm jumping around a little bit. No, I'm not. I just cut off that part. So I just wrote down again, we went to Cavite, and then that box is just to note down I saw one of my aunts. I haven't seen her in a very long time. And obviously I put a piece of washi in between the top and the bottom just because yeah, just because. Oh, and I met my aunt's cat not cat, dog, and he was so cute. Yeah, I just met them. And then now moving on to the Thursday. I am grabbing. Oh, wait, I'm not moving on to Thursday. I guess I'm putting down my full boxes. Okay, I'm putting down my full boxes first. I think at this point I was just so over this. I did film this video in two parts, like one on one day and another on another day. And by this point I am so done with doing this. So I'm I just put that in the full boxes. And then now I put down the weekend banner that I'm gonna move to there because that seems like a better spot for it than up there. Hey, now moving on to Thursday, we went to China Mall and we were there pretty much the whole day because my mom had lunch with her friends from like her old coworker friends. So yeah, we were there the whole day and me and my dad were just hanging out and we were so bored. Um yeah, that little meal icon little thing is just to note down my mom had lunch with her friends. Yeah. And then my dad and I went to McDonald's. And I don't know if I don't think I noted that down. Um, what am I? Yeah, I didn't note that down, but we went to McDonald's on that day, which was good. And then now that little um teal stitch label was just, I found some eyeliners and I decided to buy all of them. And yes, I did buy all four sets of them, which was um it was something. It was definitely something. I might do a giveaway with the mine liners, but we'll see. It's expensive to ship out anything. Okay, now I made a mistake. I put lunch, but it was dinner. I had dinner with some of my cousins and some of my uncles and aunts, which was good. Um, just to cover down that I made a mistake was I grabbed a little croissant from Paper and Gumption printable set, obviously. And then I just noted down we had dinner at Contis, and I'm writing down who I had dinner with. But I couldn't fit everybody in, so I just wrote down some of them. And then now moving on to Friday, I grabbed that little 3 heart checklist, and I'm just writing down the stuff that he did. Again, as I mentioned like a few minutes, like a minute or so ago, I'm by this point I was just so over filming and laying down stickers that I became slightly lazy. So I just put that 3 heart checklist down, and then now I'm grabbing a cell phone icon because I read fan fiction all day. Little tidbits. I love reading fan fiction. I love reading Twilight fan fiction because the real Twilight sucks and I don't like it. I'm sorry if you like it, but I don't like it. Yeah, we went to that night. We went to SM Bikutan, and then just to separate out the two things, I grabbed some washi strip and I put it there. And then we went. I'm writing down. I got 2 new shoes. It was really cheap. They're like they were like $10 each, less than $10 each. It was they're cute and cheap and something a bunch of shoes that I don't really need to worry about. So yeah. And then that flag, I am gonna change it out right now. I grabbed two. Well, no. Trying to figure out what I wanted to do there. So now I'm grabbing two of the little things icon and I'm moving it around. I'm gonna make it like I'm making myself like a little hacked um flag label sticker. So I just put them together and put it on the side. It looks kind of janky, not gonna lie to you, but can't do much about it now. Um what's done is done. And then I just put a piece of washi strip on the bottom because I did not know what else to write on there. And oh yeah, that little flag thing was just to note down what we had for dinner. Did I just mention that? I don't remember. I have bad short-term memory. So Saturday, that top part is just we had family lunch. Again, I wrote down dinner here, but it's supposed to be lunch. So I grab a little balloon, little like green balloon. Again, it's from Paper and Gumption. If you can't tell, I buy a lot of Paper and Gumption stickers files. So yeah, if you don't know who it's from, it's most likely from Paper and Gumption. Just like that half box, bow half box is from Paper and Gumption. Anyway, so that half box was just to note down. I had family lunch on my mom's side at La Fiesta in Manila by Mall of Asia, I think. Yeah, close to Mall of Asia. It's by Manila Bay. So yeah. And then now moving on to the bottom, I did that little. I grabbed two little things. I covered it with a little deco just because I finished packing. Thank God I finished. Well, I had to finish packing because we had to leave. It Our flight was in the morning the next day, so yeah, there's that. And then on the bottom, I just noted that little a label sticker, and I did put a piece of washi in between. But that label sticker is just to note down my aunt and my uncle dropped off my mom to where we were staying, and yeah, and I just grabbed a little bow clip again, same paper and gumption set. I'm just gonna lay paper and gumption down there because that's 95% of these two spreads are just paper and gumption. And then yeah, and then Sunday again. I didn't know what else to like. I noted two things. This is just me trying to figure out what I want to do for Sunday. And then now I have decided that flag label, an actual flag label, is from the kit. I'm just gonna put down a Cabell sleeping sticker. And I originally wrote something down on the actual sticker, but you will see later on I did not like what I wrote, and I just didn't like my handwriting there. So I grabbed another paper and gumption. All I need is sleep sticker. So I grabbed that to cover up my writing. And then I did move that little sleeping Cabell. If you want a discount code to Charlotte's Minis, it will be in the description box below. And then finally, I am going to note down I am back at home and I'm grabbing that same like bow half box from Paper and Gumption. I'm grabbing like the bright pink one, and I'm just gonna write down I'm back at home, and then I will put a little Christia designs. Like I don't know what those characters are. They're like a little emojis character, and I grabbed a pink one because it matched. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this. I will go on to the ending part of this video.
Alright, so this comes to the end of the video. This is a long ass video, but whatever. We're gonna deal with it. You guys didn't see me finish off my sidebar. I just decided to put extra stickers on there just to make it look complete, but I'm not gonna fill anything out in there just because I don't know what else to write on there, to be honest. I've written everything down here throughout the week, so it's all good. So this is the first full week that I was at the Philippines, and then this is the second full week and when I was at the Philippines and I went home. I think off camera, just because I'm so over this, I've been filming this video for so long and it's just like, okay. So I'm off camera. I think I'm just gonna add a little bit more of some deco, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I was kind of worried that I used one kit for 2 different weeks, but I'm kind of glad because, you know, it pulls it in together, you know. I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I was on vacation. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And hit that bell notification button if you want to know when I post my next video. So hopefully next week everything will be back into normal, and yeah, that's it. Bye guys!